Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Triple H could face punishment from top WWE management after a heated altercation with Kevin Owens following Saturday night's main event. The special event took an unexpected turn after the WWE Undisputed Championship match between Cody Rhodes and Owens concluded. After falling short in his attempt to dethrone Rhodes, Owens delivered a brutal package piledriver to the champion post-match. To add insult to injury, Owens seized the WWE Winged Eagle title and walked toward the backstage area. As the crowd processed the shocking moment, the WWE Chief Content Officer appeared at the entrance ramp to confront Owens. The two engaged in an intense verbal exchange that escalated when Triple H physically shoved the 40-year-old star. The game's actions left fans buzzing, but the incident might not sit well with WWE's higher management. Given his executive role within the company, putting his hands on active talent, especially in an unsanctioned moment, could lead to serious consequences. WWE higher-ups may consider issuing a fine or even a suspension for the 55-year-old legend. While it is currently just speculation, such disciplinary action would align with WWE's strict backstage protocols, particularly for corporate figures. This twist in the storyline could spice things up. Triple H popping up on TV now and then usually gets people talking, and his confrontation with the prizefighter might kick off a big rivalry. Right now, it's hard to tell if what the WWE CKO did will have any real-life fallout or if it's just part of a bigger plot. At this stage, it remains unclear whether his actions will lead to real-world consequences or be worked into a larger storyline. However, if handled strategically, the incident has the potential to generate significant excitement among fans heading into 2025. The altercation between the game and the prizefighter was not brought up on the recent episode of Raw. Former WWE employee Tommy Carlucci addressed the incident on the Behind the Turnbuckle, The Last Word podcast, expressing his surprise at the lack of follow-up. Even though the Red Brand didn't bring it up, the creative team might touch on the angle during this week's SmackDown to keep everyone interested. Let's just wait and watch. Avril Shukla is a WWE writer for Sportskeeda that has been a fan of the wrestling business for over a decade. He's been writing about wrestling on the internet since 2014 at places like Ringside News, Piva Mania, and others. In what could be a seismic shift in the internal power dynamics of World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, speculation is swirling around the possibility that Paul Triple H Levesque may be facing disciplinary action or even a dramatic demotion, following a controversial decision he made at a recent major event. While WWE has not confirmed any official statement, multiple internal sources have hinted at serious discontent brewing among the corporate brass. With Vince McMahon gone from the creative table, many believe that Triple H had ushered in a new era of long-term storytelling, wrestler-first narratives, and fan-focused booking. But after the most recent premium live event, known as WrestleQuest, held just last weekend, the wrestling world is in a tailspin. The main event of WrestleQuest was billed as a changing of the guard, the culmination of a 2-year storyline featuring rising star Jason Riker, a blue-chip babyface handpicked as the next Cena, taking on the dominant and polarizing champion Dominic Mysterio in a career-defining match. Fans expected Riker to finally ascend to the top of the mountain, echoing the kind of feel-good moments seen at WrestleMania XXX or SummerSlam 2013. In a shocking finish that left the arena in stunned silence, Dominic retained the championship after a fast count from a clearly compromised referee. Moments later, Riker was attacked by a newly heel-turned Sami Zayn, aligning himself with Mysterio in what appeared to be an off-script segment. Social media erupted. "Fire Triple H" trended on X. Chants of refund filled the stadium. Fans weren't just disappointed, they were livid. But what turned a controversial booking decision into a possible disciplinary moment was what Triple H did afterward. In a now-leaked internal backstage video, Triple H was seen addressing the live crowd after WrestleQuest went off-air. Typically, these moments are reserved for heartfelt thank yous or curtain calls. But this time, the game had something else in mind. Clearly animated and emotional, Triple H reportedly tore into WWE's own board of directors, referencing creative restrictions, corporate interference, and unnamed executives who he said don't understand what the fans want. The video, which has since been scrubbed from WWE's official platforms but lives on in dark corners of Reddit and wrestling forums, shows him saying, "You want to blame someone. Blame the suits. Blame the ones who see this as nothing but stock and metrics. I fought for Riker to win. I fought for this story to have a payoff. But guess what? Sometimes the people who've never stepped in this ring get the last word." According to insiders, the WWE board was furious with Triple H's comments, viewing them as a breach of internal policy and a public undermining of the company's image. A source close to the situation stated, "It's one thing to take creative risks. It's another to go on a public rant blaming the company and revealing behind-the-scenes disputes. That's not how business is done at WWE." Within 48 hours, WWE issued a vague press release, noting that internal reviews are underway regarding the post-show conduct of key personnel. While Triple H's name was not mentioned, few doubt the target of that statement. Rumors also suggest that a scheduled creative meeting for the following Monday was postponed, and that for the first time in over a year, Nick Khan and several board members sat in on a production meeting, possibly a sign that creative oversight could be shifting away from Levesque. The idea of punishing or removing Triple H from his position as Chief Content Officer would have seemed unthinkable even a week ago. After all, he is not only a multi-time world champion and Hall of Famer, but also the architect of WWE's modern renaissance, reviving NXT, re-energizing the main roster, and leading WWE through its most critically acclaimed period in years. But the WWE of today is not the same beast it once was. With TKO Group Holdings, WWE's parent company after the merger with UFC's Endeavor, operating with a corporate-first, brand-over-personality mindset, no one, including Triple H, is safe from accountability. WWE is now beholden to shareholders, and even minor controversies can snowball into fiscal concerns. There's also the real tension of creative versus corporate control. Triple H was given the reins post-Vince, but not without strings. Some believe that his creative freedom has been slowly chipped away, and the WrestleQuest debacle was simply the moment where the conflict burst into public view. Public reprimand, private slap on the wrist. The most likely outcome. WWE may release a controlled statement indicating that Triple H's comments were unauthorized, but ultimately reaffirming their trust in his leadership. Internally, he may be required to attend media training or agree to certain constraints moving forward. Temporary removal from creative duties, a more dramatic possibility. WWE could temporarily relieve him of direct control over Raw and SmackDown booking, perhaps handing it off to someone like Bruce Pritchard or Ed Koskey, as a message that no one is above policy. Triple H remains on paper as CKO, but his actual influence diminishes. Corporate oversight intensifies. Booking decisions must go through a committee, effectively neutering his autonomy. Highly unlikely, but not impossible. If tensions continue to escalate, and if Triple H refuses to play ball with the board, he could be asked to step down or be reassigned. Alternately, he may resign in protest, though this would shake WWE to its very foundations. For WWE's most passionate viewers, this moment represents a tipping point. Triple H had become a symbol of fan-first wrestling. Seeing him handcuffed, or worse, ousted, would be perceived as a betrayal of that trust. The fallout could result in a wave of fan disengagement, louder AEW comparisons, or even backstage walkouts from talent loyal to the game. If WWE is smart, they could embrace the chaos, blending fiction and reality. Imagine Triple H returning on air, representing the voice of the people against the corporate overlords. In the age of work shoots and blurred lines, that story writes itself. Is Triple H really in hot water with WWE higher-ups? All signs point to yes, but in the unpredictable world of professional wrestling, every crisis is also an opportunity. Whether this ends in punishment, redemption, or a power play we've yet to see, one thing is certain. Would you like a follow-up piece speculating how this could affect future WWE storylines or a mock WWE statement response.